Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, Philando Castile's murderer was let off, the police officer that was let off. And I've told you guys this story before. I remember when I'm drawing a blank on the kid's name right now. From Fruitvale Station. I was at an All Black concert with a non-black woman, and my center called me from Oakland. His mom was a Black Panther, and he told me that they got off, and I just started crying at that movie theater. And I'm going through my timeline earlier today, and it kind of hit me again, like whether you're doing the right thing, doing the wrong thing, or somewhere in between, they view you as less than a 100% human being, and it's just awful. Whether you have $1 million in your bank account or whether you have $10 in your bank account, you're just another black man. And it's awful how I would say, let's just say millions of views. This video has gotten millions of views with the girlfriend in the car, the little girl in the back seat. So you become desensitized to the value of a black person. And it's just awful, man. It's just awful that, it's just awful, man. What's the defense for this? He did everything the officer asked him to do. I believe they disclose. I didn't rewatch the video today, but I'm going off my memory. He asked him for his license or something like that, and they told him that he has a license to carry, and I believe he worked at a school, if I'm not mistaken. I may be confusing them because remember it was consecutive days that a black man was murdered by a police officer. It was consecutive days. I remember them. I remember it happening because I thought it was a prank. The second day, I was like, this can't be real. And when in actuality, it was a fact. So, I mean, we're basically defenseless. If the police officer is getting off for cold-blooded murder because he acted nervously, bad enough, the charges went from murder to manslaughter. So I remember a few years ago. I think it was in July, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 5 years ago. Because I'm in Vegas now. That's what makes me think of this story. Trayvon Martin's decision was in July, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Trayvon Martin about 5, 6, 7 years ago. I was at Long Beach Airport going to Vegas on a Saturday night, not for a fight, just for vacation. My friends had tables at Hakistan, I believe it was. So it was cheaper to catch a $59 flight than to party in Vegas. So I just partied in Vegas that night, and we did that. I actually met Deion Sanders, Terrell Owens that night. Their table was really right next to mine, but I remember that night because the weather feels the same. That's why I'm in Vegas now, and that's why it's reminding me of what happened. 110, 111 degrees, with the exception that it was July. I think it was Trayvon Martin, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Trayvon Martin or the kid out of St. Louis, but I believe it was Trayvon Martin. The decision came down first or second week in July. And I remember exactly where I was. I was in the airport with a bunch of white people. And it's just awful, man. And I would presume the only remedy we can do is prepare our kids, man. I shouldn't say only, but one of the things we can do is just prepare, not for death, but how to interact. Do you actually call the police station when you get pulled over? Because in fear of what may happen. It's I'll tell you guys a real story, like a real story. I have a luxury car, and I have some subscribers from LA. I'm gonna paint this picture for you. I'm on Angeles Vista, going up the hill from Vernon, and I'm parked in front of those big houses, and I pull over, um, six-figure car. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing a video real quick. And so I'm on Andrews Vista. I ain't got no phone. And uh, the cop pulled me over. Oh, I'm parked because I can't go up the hill on Andrews Vista because I lose reception. And Andrews Vista going towards Slauson for all my LA subscribers. Beautiful, well lit, 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m. And um, I'm in my car and I'm talking on the phone. And the cops pulled me over with their guns drawn. And black cop. And he says, I see his gun is drawn. My window is up. So I open up my door. I just open up my door and I said, what's the problem? He says, oh, we had some burglaries. Burglaries in the area. And I laughed. I'm pulled over. The car is not started. I don't know how long my phone conversation is going to last. And I lie. I lie and I say, you know, that's awful. Because I said, I'm Bernard Parks' nephew. I lie. And they panicked because of the car that I'm in. I figured I would create a power play for myself. And he starts shaking in his boots. Shaking in his boots. Because Bernard Parks was the chief of police. And he was the mayor. I mean, not the mayor, but the councilman in that district of where I was. And it's like the last black bastion of, like the Black Beverly Hills is what they call it. So it's, you know, I would say the median is probably $60,000, $70,000 per adult there. And so I called the police station immediately after, and I says, and you know what the watch commander says? He says, I've been waiting on this phone call. So that goes to show you that he was in fear that something may happen. But I actually lied, and I filled out a report. We had a phone conversation. They sent over a letter. Anything we can do to help. Blah, 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 blah. So that goes to show you, no one is exempt from this. You know, you have Castile in the car with his girlfriend and a daughter in the back seat. So he should have diagnosed. I'm not saying act like nothing can happen, but you got to diagnose the issue or diagnose the area. What the hell is going on? And I thought the police officer did a terrible job at that. And you know, it's just awful, man. Like that we're prey to some degree. You know, they're emasculating us when we're alive, and they're killing us. And us taking responsibility is another video. So I don't want people to convolute that message with what I'm saying now. Yes, we have issues in the community, and there are things that we can do as a black culture, as a black man, as a black woman, you know, to do that. But when speaking about police officers shooting an unarmed black man who discloses all his information, it's just awful, man. So anyways, man, I mean, I left my phone at Walgreens, so I got to go back and get my phone. So anyways, man, I truly appreciate you guys, man. Man, say, whoever you believe in, say a silent prayer, man, to just the safety of us in America, man, because it's challenging enough that we're already 20 yards behind our other quote unquote, I'm using the word contemporary because that's what we're supposed to be, like all men are created equal. You know, getting a job, you know, getting accepted into college, you know. So anyhow, man, say a silent prayer just for the safety net of us. Anyways, man, enjoy your Saturday. Don't forget Andre Ward, Kovalev tomorrow night. I'll be covering it. Sights and Sounds. Don't forget kind of Barbershop Conversations and Tupac movie tonight. And it'll be fun. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.